So with the exchanges coming yesterday, I thought we'll go through the method of how to do an unlimited grind on them. It's going to be one of the best that you'll find out there, and in general, I do think it's probably the best way to get as many players finished, as many upgrades done, and hopefully to increase your team in the best possible way. So obviously we've got the 5 different ones, the 85 overall. I'd probably miss out on, to be honest. 86 isn't terrible, but the main 3 are going to be these ones. The 50 player pack, the 83 times 20, and the 82 times 20 as well. So already what you're kind of looking at with these, especially when you're looking at the 89s, is you want to put in as many of your kind of your storage players as humanly possible. It is exactly 4 players. I can imagine at some point, because they've only got 2 days left, they will come back, and in the near future, if you're watching this video a week on, 2 weeks on, more than likely what you'll find by the time we get to footies, these will come back and it will be 89 and above. So you put in all of your kind of footies cards, team of the season cards, because that's just how the exchange works. With obviously the 88s, I've got an abundance of them, so we can obviously start utilizing these in. So these are going to be players that are just going to be sitting in the club anyway, so we can go and put them in and get ourselves an 83 times 20. The purpose of the storage to obviously the kind of lovely exchange is to get more players back in. We saw yesterday, if you watched the video, I managed to get a triple shapeshifters from 3 packs, and it did pretty well. So they're cards that are going to go back in the club or are 98 rated in Kunate. They can go back round into more upgrades. I have obviously finished the 85 times 5. This is going to be another upgrade that we can kind of keep going round with the exchanges, and they're just going to bring stuff back in. So Saliba is going to be the first one there, but we get 87s, we've got a couple of 88s, and you are utilizing. So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for El Dorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics, and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with El Dorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. Don't know what that is. We are utilizing obviously everything to go back round. That's the whole point of the exchange, is everything is unlimited because it is just a massive grind, and we'll kind of go through all of this. Hopefully we get a shapeshifter from one of these, but the main thing is to get as much in here, and you can see some of them being a little bit lower. You got your 86s and your 85s. I probably would just stay away from the 85 pack or the 85 exchange anyway, just because in the 70 upgrades, it's not really worth it. You might as well hold off on these and utilize them in any of the big upgrades that you can obviously keep repeating. For instance, the 85 times 5. The final one, no shapeshifter from all of them, so that's a terrible one in itself. But we are going to get plenty of players back, a few 87s that obviously can go back round as well. As we don't have an unlimited of 83 times 15s yet, we can obviously go a different way and utilize the exchange in that way. This is obviously the exchange pack. It's going to give us a walkout at the minimum. Cam, Portuguese, it's more than likely going to be a Bruno or a Bernardo. I don't know if in fact, they're in packs. We did get a 91. Funnily enough, Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland, Kane, they're all actually pretty useless. Kane's obviously in packs, but 91 actually doesn't do anything for us at this point because we don't have any 89 and above. It is exactly or nothing. So that actually doesn't do us any service. So the way I would kind of go about grinding stuff, and it will matter on what are you actually doing it for. Are you trying to just get players from these upgrades? Are you looking to finish off a KDB, a Modric, a Lewandowski? Are you looking to do as many historical player packs as you personally can? It all depends on what you're looking for. So leave it in the comments so we can kind of tailor this to your grind anyway. But if I was kind of going on this point that I just want to finish off all of the 86 2 of frees, I want to finish off all of the team of the season upgrades, everything going I need to complete, and then obviously we can start looking at players and icons as well. Well, obviously you want to put in as as many players as you need to start with. So if I'm looking at doing the 86 to a freeze, I've got to kind of categorize, okay, have I got 86 rated players? That's fine. Have I got a team of the season or a team of the week for any of the other upgrades? Then obviously we've got to utilize that as well. So what I would suggest is all of this lower rated fodder, as you can see, I would whack then into upgrades. Now there's two different ones you can go with. You've either got the 83 one of free player pick, which I think is always nice, or you do have the Shapeshifter upgrade, the Shapeshifter crafting upgrade, which again is going to give you more packs in the future, and you've only got 23 days to get this done. This does require less rares, but if you're trying to just get them out of your storage, so obviously you can build the squad a lot easier, these are going to be pretty fantastic as well to build more into your club. You're getting 5 players back, plus objectives in the near future as well. I would personally go with these to start with. The player picks are always going to be fantastic, don't get me wrong. I think they are some of the better upgrades. The weight seems to be very hit and miss from what I'm seeing, but it does work out in the end, to be honest. You will get there eventually. So now we've got rid of a few of the 80s and 81s. We can obviously put this in. We can then look at what we've got, because naturally, like I say, you could whack a Haaland in this and it doesn't make that much of a difference, because obviously he isn't going to be worth that grind in the end. So we can go ahead and put him in. We can see, okay, so we need maybe another 85 or something. We'll put the 85 in here. That's going to give us the squad anyway. I know that the 86 is in there, but like I say, I'm looking mainly at the 87, 88s and 89s. The 86 and 85s, they can be worked, and if you've got nothing else to put them in, then yes, why not? Like, get an extra pack from it. You might get a few upgrades, which is always nice, but realistically I would be focusing keeping my 87s, 8s and 9s as much as possible, because they're going to give us the real breadwinner here. Like I say, with this upgrade specifically, if you can get any of the 90s, that's going to be perfect. 90 and 91, because they don't go into anything else, so that actually works well in your favor if you are looking for this. And then you can obviously utilize what you've got. As we can see, we've got some 85s, we've got an 84, we've got loads of 84s in here, so we'll just try and swap them over to see if it will get us to that 85 soon. If not, you just go ahead and whack another player in. We've got a few more, and it should, because we got a 90, it should go at some point. There we go. So that's going to be the remaining player pick. So that's all done by utilizing what we've done from the exchange. Obviously there's a few extra players here, there and everywhere, and these again can be players that can be put back in. So we can see we get an 88. Again, it's not the worst. They just go back into the exchange. So it's just another kind of revolving door to bring everybody back. Hopefully the aspect is to try and get a Shapeshifter. But as you see, sometimes it doesn't work out. You're not always going to get it. You're just trying to hit the chance, really. So from here again, in fact, I've got one more that I forgot about. But obviously from there, once you've done the final one, you then got to go back through it. And sometimes what you might have to do, if we can just get a player straight in, I'm just going to chuck, or in fact, I'm going to chuck 86s on here. We've got a few 80s. I'm trying to keep as many of the others as possible, but without going too slow into this. 85 and 84. Ooh, 85. And we'll throw an 84 there. Oh, no. And we'll change to an 85. Oh, my God. This squad is just rinsing me all this time. We're just going to throw an 87 in. There we go. Nice and easy. So that's going to be the final one. See if we do get anything different from this. Again, these are very, very low pop rate. I think I've had one Shapeshifter, which pretty sure is like a right back. And again, we're not going to get anything. 88 and 87, we'll just roll back round. So say if you're now starting from scratch, say you don't have this, because I've got a club that is pretty stocked. This is just all storage-based stuff. I've got a whole club that obviously has got everything already in. So say I need to get the cards. Obviously, you want to start with your daily golds, daily silvers. You do have the super daily silver upgrade as well as the super grinding. Always going to be perfect. It is just a silver pack, so this is something you can do quite literally every day to grind out as much as possible. So you've got to give up one exact silver. For instance, at this point, I don't think I even have a single silver in here, so it is an exact silver. If obviously you are trying to get one, just go and buy one from the store to start with. That's just going to be what you have to do. Unless you can find an Electrum pack or something like that, then obviously you can utilize them. But just going in, buy the silver pack. Beautiful. That's going to give you enough to be able to grind. Once you've got one, you could even just buy it off the market, to be honest. You don't even have to buy it like that. I don't even know why I bought it off there. But regardless, that's going to be that done. And we can go do that silver upgrade. We then throw them into the super grinding. We then throw them into either more of the shapeshifter upgrades, the player picks, and the whole point is to just climb your ladder up there. Because realistically, you are looking at either, 85s, 86, 87, 88s, or 89s. You need 4 of each to be able to get one of these. Obviously, the whole point is to try and get into this 89. Now, if I was to look at an 89 card, for instance, if it was to just whack one in from the club, because we obviously have got players in the club already, we'll go gold rare and we'll go to the 89. So say we look at Odegaard, we go Donnarumma, and I look at a Martinez. These are going to be all the players that you could get just naturally. If they are in shapeshifters, then you kind of just got to go around them. But you will, this is the kind of pack that you want from the end goal. This is the kind of number one that you're trying to find, that you're always wanting to have. It will give you the beautiful of 35 players with 10 guaranteed to be 84, 1 guaranteed to be 85, and 15 commons. So what you utilize with this is the first one I've done with no shapeshifter as well. Obviously with this, you're going to get somebody at least in a semi-decent rated. So we get an 85, a lot of 76s, and this is where the upgrade comes. We've got 87, 86, 85, 85, 84s, all of that. So we're going to whack them into the club, because then what you want to utilize is all of them lower rated players are going to go back into upgrades. Either shapeshifter grinding, they either then go back into player picks, and that should give you enough to keep grinding around. So if we was to do, for instance, one of the 83, one of threes, I don't know if I've got enough in the storage, or if at least if there's lower. So if we go here, we got enough. So we need 4 rares, so we'll whack that in. That's going to be one of them. I'll do 3 of them so you can obviously see the difference between them, because 83 is normally better. Sometimes you will find the weight on these to be a little bit on the lower side. It is literally a hit and miss with these, and that's where the 77 times 5, at least you could put everything back through again, whereas obviously with this, you're getting 1 player. You don't get anybody good. It just is what it is. You put that 1 player back through, whereas if you've got 5, you get an objectives as well, and also then 5 players as a potential hit as well. But there's lots of different disparities between them, because obviously you are putting in a lot more of kind of your time and effort into that. So we got the first one. See what we can get. What's the highest rated we can find? We get 84, 83, and 83. So again, these are going to be good for upgrades if you don't want to mess with too many of the duplicates. We're going to get 83, 83, and this is what I mean. Sometimes it's just not on your luck. Now, if you do 100 of these, it's going to be a better sample size. I could do 3 and I could get nothing but walkouts, and I could do 3 and get nothing but 83s. At least we got an 86 from this one, which is always nice, and they can be thrown back in the club. Whereas the 77 times 5s can obviously get you some decent runs. You get double walkouts from them if you really want. But then there is chances that you just get 77s, which are just going to have to go around. So it is a different process depending on what you're looking for. Like I say, I would personally always prefer going for the crafting to get the objectives, and then I'll go on to obviously the player picks, because they are better in that aspect. But obviously the objectives you get from doing all these, plus then the upgrades as well, it's always going to be worth to get a bit more. And you can put in more commons if you want to be really specific with it. From them players, then obviously you should then get some 85s, 86, 87s, 88s. And that's where then you go back into the shapeshifter, not into the shapes. It's because it says it there, squad shifter. You go back into the exchanges and do what you can. So obviously, like I say, I've got a lot of 88s. I'm going to start putting them in. They don't need to go anywhere else. They're obviously all duplicates. If I can utilize as many duplicate players as I can, obviously Return seems to be a really popular one. Obviously utilize them first and just keep rinsing and repeating with them. If I manage to get some 87s, put the 87 in. If I get an 88 from that, just keep going round until you keep grinding this game out. It is a very simple concept with it, and the whole point is for you to try and get shapeshifters, more upgrade packs, players. It's just to keep going round in this game, and that's all you've got to do. We get 88s, we get double of them, we get an 87 back. All we've got to do then is get another 2 88s, and we just keep going around. It is a perfect cycle. It's unlimited. It's amazing. And we'll do one more 88, but it does just keep grinding round. And then if you've got to do a bit of maintenance, like I say, with the player picks or more of the upgrades, then that's just what you got to do. At least it gives you an actual ultimate grind, an unlimited grind more so than anything. So it does work in your favor really well, and it should get you a lot of players. Like I say, you don't have to use the 90s or 91s on the upgrades. You can obviously utilize utilize them into players, which is going to be very beneficial for you to then get more tradable packs and just keep grinding the game around like that. So it will get better and it will get easier as well as we do get towards the end of the game. Obviously, footies is normally a completely self-sufficient. You don't need to buy any packs anymore. It just keeps going round. So let me know down below what you think. Still didn't get that final shapeshifter, but it is an unlimited grind and it can start right now. Peace.